Well, I'm really happy to be able to announce that I've got all of the arrangements made for the summer seminar on distributism, the third way view of the economy that comes from Aristotelian and Catholic origins, that rejects both capitalism and socialism and tries to find some middle ground in the redistribution of property. And I am not necessarily an advocate for distributism. I have to say I'm not yet, but I'm definitely interested in this topic. And generally speaking, as you know, if you've watched the channel for a while, I don't tend to be an advocate of any particular school of thought. So I'm going to be approaching this as somebody who's exploring. And this event is for sale now on Eventbrite, as well as on this website, Mortsee's website. Mortsee is a collective in Kansas City. It's an urban farm, and the proceeds from this event are going to benefit that urban farm. So either way, if you find me on Eventbrite, all you have to do really is type in Google Lori Johnson Distributism Seminar, and you're going to find the Eventbrite page, so you can sign up there. But either way, you will get a Zoom link. It's going to be live on Zoom, and you will get a link to reading resources as well closer to the time. I'm not asking people to read. I'm assuming people are not going to read. I mean, it's summertime. You're probably not going to read. But if you really, really are interested, maybe you want some of these resources and maybe you will want to read. So I'm going to provide that for participants as well. And it's going to be each Saturday in June from 1 to 2:30, and the first Saturday in July, same thing, 1 to 2:30, and that is Central Time, U.S. time, okay? So U.S. Central Time, 1 to 2:30 on Saturday. It will be live on Zoom for participants, and each session will include 30 to 45 minutes of discussion from me, followed by question and answer from you guys. We'll go back and forth. You guys can chat. It will be moderated, and I will be choosing the top questions, the ones that are representative of a lot of questions. I'll have a moderator helping me with that. I expect to have a lot of fun. I expect to have good conversations with people and to learn from participants as well. And so hopefully this is a decent format. As it says there, this is neither a liberal nor a socialist view. It is a third way view. And so, here's just a breakdown very briefly of what you can expect. If you register, you will gain access to all 5 sessions. So if you miss 1 or 2, fine, but you will have access to all 5 for the $50 registration fee. And so June 5th will be on the origins, the Aristotelian and Catholic origins of distributism. I'll focus particularly on Aristotle's political thought, as well as what comes from Rerum Novarum, the encyclical by Pope Leo XIII. And then on June 12th, we will have the distributist critique of capitalism, and that's where we'll really get into the details of what the distributist thinker thinks is wrong with capitalism. And there, the featured thinker will be Hilaire Belloc and his book, The Servile State, in particular selections from that. And as you see, I also will have some secondary readings that people can do if they want to, suggestions for further reading if you want to. June 19th will be on What is Life for? Distributism's vision of work and play. So if your vision of a good life is not toiling for most of your life from sunup to sundown to basically pay your mortgage if you're lucky enough to get one, or your rental on your apartment, then this week is for you. And we will be focusing in on the thinker G.K. Chesterton and some of the selections from his book, The Outline of Sanity, which I did a series on earlier this spring. Then on June 26th, we will discuss charity versus community. this is a bugaboo of mine. I really think that the charity model it's a liberal model. It's based on the idea that some people will make a ton of money and other people will not. And so, we will voluntarily transfer some of that money in the form of charity to those who don't have it. But we're not necessarily going to provide any way for them to live a good life or to maintain and establish themselves on their own. And so the Catholic worker movement comes into play here in this topic, and I'll be reflecting on Dorothy Day and the Catholic worker movement and the idea of community as reciprocity, where everybody is valued equally and everybody has something to contribute, and everybody deserves to have some basis upon which to live instead of living hand to mouth. And then finally, of course, we have to deal with how this will work. In this session on July 3rd, a very important day, we will be discussing, are these ideas now a thing of the past? Can they be updated? How would they ever mesh with neoliberal capitalism, with the type of capitalism that we have now? Would it be desirable if we tried? How would we try? These kinds of questions. And so we'll be talking about some of the ideas of Alan Carson in this section. He's a contemporary thinker who's written extensively on distributism. Again, you don't have to read these. They're available. They will be made available to you. You will have access to them if you do register. I will be recording sections of this. Well, I'll be recording the entire sessions, but I will only put up selections from my talks. I will not be recording participants to put them up on the internet. So you can rest assured if you participate, you won't suddenly appear on YouTube, okay? But I'll take selections from my lectures at the beginning of these sessions to put up on YouTube so people who don't have the time or don't want to pay $50 for all the sessions to get the information, some of the information from this session. Participants will get everything, and they will get the live Q&A as well. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's the first time I've done it. Not the first time I've been teaching on Zoom, however. I've been online teaching and discussing for literally decades now. So don't worry, I'm not a newbie at it. But it's the first time I've done independent teaching like this and open it up to a wider audience. And the attraction for me is I'll be talking to people from so many different backgrounds and probably even different places on the planet and different perspectives. And all of them will want to be there because they're interested in distributism. And that really is an exciting thought for me. So I'm looking forward to it. And I hope some of you will be able to join. I'll put all the information you need down below. So check it out.